Today in the battle arena, we've got two of the Avengers' greatest enemies going head to head. Thanos taking on Ultron. Who comes out on top? Let's find out. Thanos is an Eternal with the Deviant gene, making him unique and extremely powerful, even amongst his own kind. Above all else, Thanos loves and worships Mistress Death, the embodying entity of death in the Marvel Universe. Few can equal his intelligence, strength, and just sheer ambition for power. He's wielded the Cosmic Cube, the Infinity Gauntlet, and even the heart of the universe. Being an Eternal, Thanos is exceedingly powerful, and you could even argue he's on the same tier as Skyfather beings like Odin. Thanos amplified his physical strength so that he is far stronger than any other Eternal, and is possibly one of the strongest beings in the universe. He's been able to overpower Beta Ray Bill, beat Silver Surfer within an inch of his life, defeat Thor even while Thor held the power gem, and sent an attacking Hulk flying just a single punch. Thanos is also durable enough to easily brush off attacks from those heroes. And perhaps what is even more impressive is his durability to energy attacks. He's seemingly unaffected by Thor's massive lightning strikes and Surfer's full power blasts, and has stood up against blasts from Odin and Galactus. Thanos is also able to tap into, transform, and direct vast quantities of cosmic energy, and can emit powerful blasts of energy from both his eyes and hands. These blasts would send a fully fed Galactus flying halfway across the planet, instantly knock out the Thing, and considerably hurt both Thor and Hulk. But this energy manipulation can also do other stuff, like lobotomize and mind control the Fallen One, and heal Moondragon with fatal disease just by touching her. He's able to create force fields that could easily withstand punches of an enraged Hulk, or the Champion, with just the power gem, and also trap beings or objects traveling at high speeds, like Mjolnir, or better yet Bill's hammer Stormbreaker. Thanos is also an incredibly powerful telepath, as he can project Sonic Blast, travel to the astral plane, lobotomize powerful beings, mind control the Hulk. He also has an attack called the Sync Time Warp Attack, which he claimed had always resulted in a fatality until Drax survived it. Like all Eternals, Thanos has the natural ability to teleport, although he usually prefers using technology to teleport. Finally, Thanos is highly intelligent, as he has spent his entire life acquiring intelligence, and is one of the most knowledgeable beings in the universe. So in one corner, the Mad Titan, a threat that no one should want to go up against. But then, coming in the other corner, Ultron. Created by Hank Pym to be a technological landmark, Ultron soon intellectually surpassed his quote-unquote father, and eventually fought the Avengers after organizing the Masters of Evil. He has clashed with the Avengers numerous times, driven by his hatred of all organic life, and his desire to witness its total destruction. Originally, Ultron had a basic robotic body, constructed by Hank Pym, but over time, he was able to transfer his consciousness to newer, upgraded forms. He's got superhuman strength that allows him to battle against the Avengers, including Iron Man, Vision, Thor, and Scarlet Witch, and lift over 100 tons, and speed greater than the finest human athletes. However, Ultron's greatest physical asset is his durability. His outer shell is comprised of adamantium, rendering it almost totally impervious to physical damage, even allowing him to take swings from Thor's Mjolnir, punches from Hulk, with relatively little damage. However, his internal mechanisms are generally less durable and more easily damaged, and his joints are made out of titanium to permit flexibility. Ultron has tons of different weapons at his disposal, including concussion blasters, tractor beams that allow him to manipulate gravity, radiation emitters, a ray that plunges its victims into a death-like coma, as well as allowing Ultron to control his victims or implant subliminal hypnotic commands, and the ability to convert electromagnetic radiation to electrical energy for use. However, while Ultron has gained a plethora of unique abilities, one of the most prolific of these is his technomorphing ability. Basically, all mechanics are putty in his hands, allowing him to bolster his own power, project weapons, increase his armor integrity, and absorb his surroundings into himself to build larger, more elaborate mechanical constructs. He also has a program transmitter implanted in his head, allowing him to beam part of or all of his programming into their computers or alternate robotic bodies. He can also control other machines remotely, even if he hasn't transplanted his consciousness into them, creating a hive mind. However, as powerful as Ultron is, he does have one slight weakness. Really, kind of major weakness. He has an internal molecular rearranger that renders the adamantium components of his body to be more malleable, given the ability to reconstruct his physical form if desired. It's virtually impossible to disable from the outside, but if you're able to manipulate it, then it's all done for. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, I think Thanos should be able to pretty easily take down a quote-unquote normal version of Ultron, so we're going to use a more composite version of the villain, meaning we can include Final Form Ultron. This is Ultron arguably the height of his powers, living in the far, far off future, and was locked in a constant battle with Kang the Conqueror, who had assembled an army of heroes and villains across Marvel's history in order to try and take him down. However, no matter who Kang drafted into his army, he'd always be destined to lose, just because of how much power this version of Ultron had. His body is made out of the same material as Captain America's shield. He's smarter than the future version of Tony Stark, and Final Form Ultron was capable of casually standing up to the combined attacks of a whole army, some of Marvel's biggest powerhouses, like Silver Surfer, Doctor Doom, Magneto, Spectrum, Kang the Conqueror, Vision, Hercules, Captain Marvel, and plenty of other heroes that didn't fit in the panel. He easily stood up to those attacks like they were nothing. And that's just some of the feats we can use in this fight for Ultron, considering we're using a composite version of the character. So who comes out on top? Well, the first thing we can take a look at is physicality, and more specifically, strength. Now, Ultron has been consistently portrayed to be a team buster throughout the years, fighting all of the Avengers at once, and versions of the robot have battled against Sentry, Thor, and the Hulk before. However, Thanos has got to be way stronger. I mean, he's just straight up destroyed planets before with the force of his punches. That pretty much instantly puts him above Ultron. He's battled against multiple versions of Thor at once, sent Hulk flying miles away with a single blow, nearly beat Silver Surfer to death with just a few punches, and he's actually punched the In-Betweener, an abstract level being, and caused him to bleed. He's even tackled his son through a planet and destroyed it in the process. So yeah, while Thanos might not have as many strength feats as guys like Superman, Hulk, or Thor, Thanos has definitely shown he's stronger than Ultron. But while Thanos might be stronger, durability is really where these two guys are essentially dead even. I mean, Thanos is easily one of the most durable villains in the entire Marvel Universe. And he's taken energy blasts from Silver Surfer, attacks from Ronan the Accuser, Thor's strongest lightning blast, and multiple direct shouts from Black Bolt. Wasn't even really fazed by any of it. He's even been sucked into black holes before, survived suns exploding, and when he battled against Thor, who was under Warrior Madness and possessed the Power Gem, Well, Thanos took several direct shots to the face of Mjolnir, and was only left with a bloody nose and a smile. He's even battled against Odin the Allfather, and stood up to the attacks. And when Odin called down Gungnir to put some more power behind his attacks, well, Thanos once again took them like a champ. Didn't go down. And then Thanos might not even have to rely on his durability, as he can always call upon his force field to protect him. These shields have held up to attacks from Thor with the Power Gem, the champion, an elder of the universe, who was amped with the Power Gem, and an enraged Galactus, and they also protected him from some of the attacks from Odin. On the other hand, even normal versions of Ultron had taken attacks from Thor that Thor said had taken down Hercules, punches from the Hulk, hits from Sentry, and he wasn't really even injured by any of them. Only slightly dented by an enraged Hulk's punches. But in this fight, Ultron's body, his physical shell, is made of the same material as Captain America's shield, which is famous for its indestructibility. I mean, just imagine trying to fight against a guy whose whole body is composed of the same stuff as Cap's shield. Just crazy. And Ultron has backed up this durability, casually taking attacks from whole armies of heroes and villains, and it didn't even budge. When it comes to just physical strength and durability, I really don't think we're going to get anywhere here. Yes, Thanos might be stronger, but he's not strong enough to really do anything to Ultron. When Ultron is weaker, he can just keep on trucking it through anything that the Mad Titan can dish out. Now, in order to determine the winner of this fight, we're going to look at more than just physicals. Lucky for us, these guys have basically every single power in the book. Ultra's knocked out Vision with one blast of energy, injured the Hulk, killed Red Hulk, and has literally just liquefied opponents before. However, Iron Man in his bleeding edge armor has stood up to final form Ultron's energy blast before with his shields. And as powerful and badass as the bleeding edge armor is, that armor and its shields is nothing compared to the force fields to protect Thanos. I just don't really see Energy Blast doing much to injure Thanos. So about Ultron's telepathy. His Infinite Ray can cause intense traumatic pain. And while it can be blocked by skilled telepaths like Mantis, when Ultron noticed her, he quickly shut her down. However, there is a big difference between Mantis and Thanos when it comes to telepathy. I mean, Moondragon with the Mind Stone can't even enter in Thanos' mind. And on top of that, the Mad Titan has battled against Galactus before. I have a hard time believing that Ultron can take down the big guy with just telepathy. Really, the best shot that Ultron has for taking Thanos down would be his technomorphing. All technology is basically putty in Ultron's hands, and the guy can hack into basically anything, battling Sentry while simultaneously hacking into the world's nuclear arsenals, or easily hacking into Kree tech despite the fact that the Kree have taken extra precautions in order to make their tech unhackable. And Thanos does use tech, so Ultron should be able to hack it. However, problem is, Thanos really only uses tech for things like teleporting or creating his force fields. He's naturally just a physical powerhouse. And even without his shields, he's durable enough to take attacks from Ultron. So what can Thanos do to put Ultron down? Well, a lot of things, but really one thing in this fight. Energy manipulation. Thanos has shown before that he can drain energy from other people's bodies. And this same tactic has actually taken Ultron down in the past, when Galactus drained all the energy from Ultron's body. On top of that, Thanos has shown that he's on a higher level than Ultron just in general. I mean, the Avengers and the Nova Corps both consider him to be the most powerful adversary in this or any other known universe, and the greatest threat to all of existence. And both of them have battled against Ultron before as well. So we know they consider Thanos to be more powerful than Ultron. I mean, the Mad Titan has battled against gods and skyfathers like Odin, fought against abstract beings like Galactus and the In-Betweener, and is allowed to sit at tables with the most powerful beings in the universe. Thanos is just on another level above Ultron, even Final Form Ultron. Thanos wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure, hit that like button for this video, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications to join the DanCo army, and I'll see you next time.